All right, so it looks like qualifying has started, and welcome to eSport TV. I'm Ron Caranci, along with Robert Strachan. Looks like everybody's going out on the track right now. We're gonna see if we can't switch the cameras.
They're already going too wide in the pit lane by the looks of things. That's good.
Yes, not smart.
It looks like 127 got out right away. I don't think these guys are going to have too much of a clean lap in, but we'll see what happens. You got clean air. The guys just came out, but we got a bunch of GPs just to manage to get stuck in the middle of the yellow piece.
And I already hear death noises.
Yep, we might have something happening here right away under caution. Not under caution, but under qualifying.
By the looks of it, we've got 4 cars still in pit lane. I do know some drivers have decided not to qualify and start up the back and hopefully stay out of trouble at the start.
Saying this is Long Beach, is that actually really a dumb idea, honestly?
I don't know whether it's a good idea or a bad idea because if there's a big pile up into that turn 1,
You're stuck.
You're still going to come across it.
I suppose rather come across it than be squashed in the middle of it, I guess.
Yes, true.
Well, right now we got Roberto De Filippis on camera, and one of the other LMPs there as well, Dennis.
WEC Mania Racing.
Yeah, their skin is not here yet. They're using one of the ones we painted for them, just a generic. But as you can see, it looks like Dennis in front there has just hit the wall. But we're watching Roberto De Filippis right now in the Sicania Motorsports machine. He's going to try a flying lap. Looks like we have 25 entries out of the, I guess the 40 something that signed up, 42. 25 showed up, probably a little bit clearer track right now. We think we were going to have about a little bit over 30 of those cars, but looks like 25. I guess that'll help the drivers. See a little bit more room there.
Still not that much though.
Well, that's about the same as the Indycars have. So we have a little bit more. Actually, the Indycars have a little bit more than that. So it should be fine. Hopefully, with the 3-class racing right now, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we don't see too many cautions happening in the race, but you almost know. Oh, Roberto just hit the wall. That you can see right now that the Sicania Motorsports machine just totaled their car there and went back to the pit. So now he's not allowed to start, is he again? So it looks like Brett's going to have to.
Did Brett actually say that?
Yep.
We actually see that on
driver briefing, yeah.
Yep. So you don't think he's going to have his first penalty there. Unless the car, well, I guess unless the car couldn't make it all the way around.
Nah, that's irrelevant. If they hit escape on track, it's classified as causing a red flag.
All right, so if you escape, you're done. So you have to limp back to the pit and get it fixed. That's just wrong. Or you can limp back to the pit, get to your stall, your pit box, and then you can push escape and get it fixed. But you cannot push escape on the track. Qualifying is deemed over with. So the Sicania Motorsports machine got an outlap, and that's about it. And Roberto's typing incident. Looks like right now, and that's another thing right there, I think, because you're not allowed to chat in qualifying a race. So I don't know if these guys even understand or read the rules, but this is going to be a bad outing for the Sicania machine.
Just having a quick look at the live timings, and it would appear that Ben Borman is the first person in the 8s with a 108.9.
Okay, we'll get Ben on the screen here. I've got multiple things I'm doing right now, so trying to get everything going. Okay, we got Ben on the screen right now.
It's amazing how much the LMPs just slither around.
Yeah, they are. Oh, they are definitely slippery until you get the heat into them tyres. And,
right.
and that, from my
do you have the live stream
takes
up on there, Brett? There I can see, I only see 5 or 6 on my machine here. Is it showing all 25 cars? I lost the 25.
No, showing all 25.
All right, that's good. And I'm gonna after the qualifying, I'll back out and get back on, and hopefully it'll keep the 20. Okay, Ben's coming in. Looks like he's gonna get a set of tires. Come out again. And we have Ben in pits now. We're going to go back to Lazarus in the second spot right now on the track in the GT class. Lazarus Philapkos. That sounds Greek.
You'll be correct. I believe he is Greek, and I'd also believe, for interesting knowledge, that he drives on a pad.
Yes, and he's using the LMP1 right now in the 46, and the 46 team is one of the teams that weren't running. So your team there, I guess, is in his team there. I guess is into the 46 for this race. Looked like we got a GT rookie monster stopped up there. One of the Aston Martins there. But we're gonna stay along with Lazarus right now and see what kind of lap he puts in. Oh, looks like one of the other LMPs got in front of him there, kind of ruined the lap there for him. We'll see what happens here. Oh, 110 it looks like on that lap there. So far the leaders are 108.9. And Lazarus is in second place. Let's see if we can get back to maybe GT class here. And I'm trying to think of which car is in the GT class here.
The highest placed would be Ryan Vandera in the Rookie Monsters number 73.
Yes, that's the 10th on the track there. So there we go. We get Ryan. And we're wearing along now with Ryan. And he's just coming out of pit lane right now. Looks like he might have got fresh tires. Or he's maybe just going into pit lane here. And just caught him at the last bit there. Looks like he's coming out. Followed by the Corvette. So we'll see what happens here. And we got some times. We got 11 minutes, 24 seconds left in qualifying, and so the guys can get a few more laps in for sure, and we'll see where everybody ends up at the end of this one. Looks like Lazarus is in the pits. He brought the 46 in, and Dennis is in third place in that 17. Then you got the Rookie Monsters. I think that's 37 with Agnes Tong in Prototype 1. So you can get Angus Tong. And followed by the 127 Racing Simplified's machine there, Bob Merlino.
I was expecting to see more LMP1s turning up, if I'm honest. Because there's 6? Is there 5? No, I think there's 6.
Well, I think that'll probably be better off for the other drivers, especially in GT, not having to worry about more than 6 LMP1s. but you figure the LMP2s are definitely closer to the GT speeds, you know, on the straights, so they're going to be a little bit of a problem there, but see what happens. But that's Long Beach for you, and I'm glad to be bringing it with you here. I'm Ron Caranci, Robert Strachan, Brett Gray in the broadcast booth. Brett will be going to do the administration duties for the track, and that's good luck to you, Brett, for this one. I know there's not 40 cars there, but you're going to have your job cut out for you on this one.
Yes, definitely.
So we got so many on the track right now. We got trying to get everybody all on screen at once and stuff, but we're going to get another lap here. See, because Angus here can knock maybe one of the guys off there, maybe Dennis there in the LMP1 number 18. And this is the Audi. See if you can't drop the Nissan one spot, but still first place you got the Rookie Monsters Ben Borman, and I think that lap is probably going to stay with all the traffic on the track. That's a 108.969 that Ben through there, but we'll see what happens here if Angus here can go. He seems to have a little bit of room right now for a flying lap. We'll see what happens. All right, he's going to start this lap here, and looks like he got position. It's a 109.991. So he got that one position off of Dennis, and Dennis is in pits right now in the WEC Mania Racing Team's number 18. And let's see if we can get down the list here and see if we can get an LMP2 here. Well, the first LMP2 right now is in pit lane, and it's just pulling in. It's the 37 of Taylor Lane, and he actually he's just coming out right now. So we'll try to get Taylor on screen here for you. It looks like he's caught right now behind, well, he's in pit lane right now, just exiting, but he's caught behind one of the Corvettes. He's going to have to get out there quick, or maybe he can get by the Corvette there right away and then get some room and put another flying lap in. But looks like he's on top right now with 114.0. Yeah, he's got the Corvette in front of him, and once he gets by the Corvette, sorry, he was by the Corvette, he's got the Porsche right now, I think, in front of him. I think it's a Porsche. There's another Aston Martin. I can't tell, it's a great car, it's too high up for me on my small screen here. That looks like an Aston Martin. Yeah, Aston Martin, he's going to get by him now on the back straight. Well, actually, something must have happened. He slowed right down. He's almost stopping. I guess something's going on here. He's stopping. There's slowing down for a caution. There was a caution in that sector 2 and 3. So trying to get his tires warmed up here. Looks like to get one more flying lap here. But right now he's sitting up front in LMP2 in that number 32, and we'll see what he can do here, and maybe he can make that a little bit better. Now it looks like we lost one. Isaac left the race here. Maybe went to reboot. And while you're watching Taylor, I'm going to check out some of the other stuff that's happening on the track. We got a bunch of the GTs in pit lane in their stalls there. I guess they're probably didn't figure on qualifying. All right, looks like Rick Hyde in the LMP2, just one of the LMP2s just picked up 10th spot there.
I've just had confirmation from Isaac. The reason for his disconnect was because he just had a game crash. which is something you really want when you're doing endurance racing.
Yeah, we have Simon off the wall there in sector 1. He missed turn 1 there, and now he's gotten the Ferrari going again at 68. I think that's Pro Race Simulations. And he's still going there, so we'll get him on screen. Kind of a psychedelic paint job on that number 68 Ferrari 458 in GTLM, but right now they're sitting 18th overall on the grid, but in class I think 6th in class or 5th, so that's not bad. That's 5th in class there. 5th in class, and his best lap was 120.6. So he's got some LMPs right now coming up on him. He's going to move out of the way, and he's going to try and get a flying lap in here with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left in the qualifying session here. He might be able to get one in. He's got an LMP in front of him. There's one off the track there. I think that might have been one of the Rookie Monsters cars just pulling off there. But there's there's somebody in sector 2, and I have caution in sector 1. So that might be for the LMP we seen when he went by. So he's clear right now. There's no yellows in sector 2 or 3 right now, so he's got to get this flying lap in. He might be able to increase his starting position. But so far for LMP1, Ben Borman on top of the charts, 337, followed by Lazarus in the 46, Angus Tong in the 37, and Dennis in the 18. And rounding off the top 5, the number 1, the 127 Bob Marlino machine. Oh,
full course yellow called by Brett.
Looks like the yellow was thrown and the yellow was cleared. So that killed the flying lap of the 68. He might be able to get one more in. He's got 2 minutes. He should be able to get one in. He's got 2 minutes 37 seconds to go. So he can get it. He looks like he's got an open track right now here in front of him. If he can step on it now, he might be able to pick up some time.
Okay, I'm back. I just had to throw just to let everyone out there listening know. Just had to throw a full course yellow. We had a Corvette around there at the roundabout. I've cleared the yellow now once he got rolling.
All right, so the drivers just for the qualifying just slowed down with the rev limiter on, and then you just cleared it, and they don't regroup, and you just start back qualifying up again?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, well, it looks like Rick Hyde's coming in. I don't think he's going to get another lap off, but we're watching the GT at number 68 currently right now, and see if he can get a better qualifying position than 18th right now. Well, he's 5th in class. He's going to see he's coming around the last set of corners. See if he can't get a little better spot here. He's sitting in 5th. See what happens. Oh, he bumps the wall there out of the final corner. We'll see if he can't better his time here. It doesn't look like he's going to do it. So he's going to stay 5th right now, but he might get one more in with a minute to go.
For LMP2's, Augusto Arias has just overtaken Taylor Lane for first place in LMP2 class by a tenth of a second.
We'll get him on screen. He's now currently sitting 6th overall. And I'll be watching. Right now. You're on screen. You're watching the Augusto Arias car, and I'm keeping an eye on Chris Bruno in the 773. Austin Martin. As Chris Bruno's right up behind an LMP right now. He might be able to. No, I don't think he's going to make another lap. 7 seconds, 6. The LMP moves over 5. I don't think that thing's going to be qualifying over for him, but 2, 1. Yeah, this will be his last lap. See where he goes. Oh, looks like he's staying where he is. And he had slowed down. Hopefully they don't stop on the track like that. Finish the lap. Just stay out of the way of the cars there. At least finish the straightaway. But here we go. Looks like qualifying is over, and anybody trying to finish their lap still here. Seeing a P2 right now, number 59, and he's in 11th spot. I think he's finishing his lap. Let's see if he can't better his position here. It looks like it's Antox in the number 59. T2G Racing Esport. Oh, runs it right into the wall in the. I think that was turn 8. He just hit it pretty hard.
So, we've got a front row lockout by Rookie Monsters.
And there we go.
Both LMP1 cars on the front row of the grid.
Alright, so there you have it, and looks like Brett's going to get the cars to check the pits, stalls, and warm up. When they do, when everybody rejoins, and then they're going to have a quick run around the track to get them used to the full course yellow on the rev limiter, and then restart, and then we're off to racing after that. So, Rookie Monsters, Ben Borman, Angus Tong. Both up front right now. They were quick in practice all week and all month. So I had no surprises there, and the Rookie Monsters get themselves on the first 2 spots. All right, so now Brett's going to have everybody check their pits. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're still going to be live telecasting here, and right now, as Brett's going to get the track all set up so everybody can check their pit stalls, make sure everything's working out, and we should be off and running after they test their procedure, their caution procedure in warm-up.
It's just occurred to me that first in every single class would appear to be a Rookie Monster car.
Yeah, see, I was only seeing 4 right now on the screen, so I couldn't tell who was who on my screen here. That's why I was just kind of hesitating a bit here on the broadcast. Sometimes that GTV plugin thing goes down a little bit, and you only get half the screen. So I have to had to get out of the game and get back in, but I didn't want to do it during qualifying. So hopefully it'll work during the race here, and we'll see what you guys are seeing on the broadcast there. The broadcast machines seem to be pretty solid.
I'll do a quick run through of the grid, I guess. Right, the first 2 spots in LMP1 would be Ben Burman and Angus Tong of Rookie Monster Racing. Then in 3rd you've got Lazaros, and I cannot pronounce that last name. In Android Motorsport, in number 46, you've got Dennis, WEC Mania Racing, number 18. Then we got the 127 of Bob Merlino. How do you pronounce that? Merlino?
Yeah, Merlino.
Merlino. In the WEC Racing Simplified Esports. And you've got Augustus in starting first in LMP2 class in the number 333, followed by Taylor Layton of Rookie Monsters in the number 32. Then you've got Ewan Bishop in the No Wi-Fi Autosport number 36 car, followed by Michelle Soma in the Sicania?
It's a Sicania Motorsports machine.
Okay. Endurance in the 120. Then Rick Hyde in the WEC Racing Simplified Esports. Oh, that was risky. Right. T2G Antox in the T2E Esports team. Then you got Eric rounding out the You got Eric in the 51 Racing. You got Alexander, who's starting pole in. I genuinely can't read. Like, all the names flashing, blue and green. I keep missing my spaces. Last place for LMP2 would be Alessandro Barcelos. Is that? Yeah. In the BRT Evolution Horse 111 car, followed by Ryan Veda and Chris Bruno, qualifying first and second in the LMGTs, meaning that Rookie Monsters have the first 2 spots locked out in every single class. That's a good showing from them. Then it's number 16, Marcus Viet in the BR Racing 76, followed by T2G Takumi, Zuro Seaman, Ben Russell, Mike Lalonde, George Angles, Robert De Filippis, and Dano in the WEC Racing Simplified Esports team number 222. Now, apart from being hideously butchered, that's your run through of the grid.
Yeah, looks like, well, good job. It looks like we got one more entered. I misqualified, so it looks like 26 showing up right now. So we got 26, it's one more car. And right now it looks like they're doing, checking their pit, going around checking the pits and warm up. And hopefully everybody's got pit stall and looks pretty good here. All right, looks like everything's fixed right now. I got all my 26 showing. Hopefully it stays. If not, I'll do a little reboot quickly and get them back again. All right, looks like they're gonna be going out. Brett's gonna be sending them out after they check their pit stalls and make sure everybody's got a stall and it's looking good. It looks so far pretty good to me, and we'll see what happens here. We're gonna see if we can't get on Ben's car while he's sitting in pit lane there. It looks like there's was some confusion there, but looks like everybody's okay. They're checking their pits right now. Hopefully every car is okay in the pits and nobody's on top of each other. And let's see what happens here. So one of these cars are going out. I don't know. They're all coming in right now. That's what we need to do. Stop in their pit stall, find out for sure everything's okay. And hopefully we got everybody in their stall and nobody on top of each other. Looks okay so far. I'm just checking to see if Dennis gets into his and see what happens.
One thing you'll notice in all these replays is just how long the Long Beach pit lane is. It just goes on and on.
Yes, it's basically all except for maybe about 500 metres, full length of the straight. You're under pit lane limiter for all of the main straight except for about 500 metres.
All right, I didn't see. You're going to do the caution for them to?
Yes.
Get them out on the track and say full course caution, the full course yellow, and they should be on the slow down safe and get on the rev limiter, and you'll say catch up. The leader will stay on the rev limiter. The rest of the field will catch up to the leader in a safe manner, and then you'll send them back to green when they hit the line. this is what's going to happen. We're going to see, we're going to give them a run through of how the yellow runs in the race. Hopefully the guys, the administration is going to do that, and this way you guys will see the procedure of what's going to happen, because we are going to get full course yellows in the race. And then we'll they'll know the procedure. They should know it already, but they'll get firsthand. Anybody that missed the test race will get firsthand knowledge of it and how to do it. And if they don't, and they're doing it, you know, now, then at the end of the race, you got no excuses. Paying attention. So, gentlemen, hopefully you've paid attention, because there's going to be some action during this race for sure. Now, I'm sorry, I want to be biased here, gentlemen and ladies. If there's any ladies driving here, I know Michelle is a lady or a man. It's going to be either way, the name. So hopefully I don't offend anybody there. But we do have women drivers in it as well. So hopefully everybody understands that everybody's equal here. We got a few in pit lane there just coming out, but get them out on the track and get them on the rev limiter. So we got a good field of 26 for this race, and the rookie monsters look like they're sitting in all three classes, like Robert is saying there earlier, and hopefully they get a good showing. The test race, I guess they had a little bit of action in the test race there, and you can see some body parts on the track here as a few cars are going around. Somebody's kind of hit the wall. As the full course yellow is out, everybody's got to go on the rev limiter. As we're watching Dennis in the 18 car right now, and he's on the rev limiter. We'll be checking a bunch of cars here and make sure everybody's on the rev limiter. And he's going to test full course stop. There we go. Everybody's going to stop. Hopefully, we got one not stopping. No. Hopefully, the guys got their track, because I know Ben knows how to do it, but he's still rolling. So maybe he missed that. Yeah, there we go. All right. Full course stop. We're going to get a full course roll in a second. There we go. There we go. Everybody's starting to roll very slowly. It looks like some of the cars didn't understand the rolling. All right, so the guy in front of Ben takes off, and we'll see what happens right now, because right now Ben's the leader. The 337 car is Ben. And some of the guys don't know, but they're doing a pretty good job, though. It's better than I thought it was. And the guys seem to be doing a hell of a job in this, and they're not really running each other over, but they got on the code 80 pretty good, and the code 0, as they call it, which is a full course yellow and a full course stop. And there's one smashing into the other car right there. It looks like Dennis has just hit the Bishop car, the Ewan Bishop machine. I don't know what Dennis is doing, but stay behind the car, Dennis.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, the cars are going to grid up, and we'll get this one underway. This is the 1.6 hours of Long Beach. I'm Ron Caranci, along with Robert Strachan, Brett Gray, and a few of the other boys that are going to probably join us in the booth. It looks like everybody's just gridding up right now. We're going to start with the leader, Ben Borman, in the number 337 Rookie Monsters machine once he grids up. It is a single file start. It's going to be a rolling start. They're going to do one pace lap. Under green flag racing, they'll be doing one pace lap. Brett will have them go all the way around the track, single file. And then when they hit the start finish line, the green flag will roll. I want to thank our sponsors, Racing Simplified, the GXPC Gary Cross personal computers, WEC, rfactor2wec.com, Brett and all the guys over there, and 51 Racing for their donation too to the WEC. And hope you enjoy the broadcast. This is going to be a good one today. I think we're going to see a pretty good race. We're going to see a lot of action. We got 26 vehicles on track, a lot of GTs and P2s right now. The LMP1 class looks like there's only 6 of us there. So here we go. And glad to have you aboard with us on eSport TV and WEC.com. All right, so everybody's holding their position right now until Brett gives them the go. He's making sure everybody has a good ping and everything's going on fine. And then he'll start them rolling off. And there we go. And one will go at a time, and the second one will follow. And in sequence there. And hopefully nobody makes contact under pace conditions. Now he's got him on the rev limiter right now, going around the track under pace conditions. And you can't release the limiter until they get to the start finish line. So it's almost like a standing start, rolling start type of thing, but they'll be at 60, I think it's 60 kilometers an hour. So it's going to be a slow pace lap around the track, probably take up a few minutes. And then once they get to that start finish line, they can take the rev limiter off one at a time. That'll give a little bit of a gap between each car. And hopefully we won't get that big stack and rack up in turn 1. And we'll ask Robert here if he wants to add anything to that, and what he thinks maybe is going to happen in the first couple of laps of this one. I got my own prediction. We'll see if Robert wants to predict what's going to happen in the first few laps.
I'm going to have to say carnage, honestly. There's going to be somebody who's going to clip the wall. You know, even with, you know, all the procedures we've put in place to try and prevent, you know, a pile-up, it's probably, like, just going to happen. There's really, you know, all it takes is, say, one GT or one LMP to brush a wall too much and get consumed by it, like sometimes walls do in our factor. It's a weird thing. But, you know, it just takes that and then, bam, you know.
Yeah, that's my prediction too, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the guys will show us up and get through it without any incidents at all. But I doubt that. But we're going to see a good race anyway. Either way. Well, Ben Borman, we're going to go around the field. Ben Borman, LMP1 in the 337 machine. Second place, Angus Tong, number 37 in LMP1. It's another Rookie Monsters machine. Both of them take the front row. Lazarus, Philip Pecos there in the LMP1, number 46. A little further back, Dennison, F1 Mania Racing machine, number 18. That's a Nissan. Bob Merlino on the number 1, LMP1. Augustus Arrerius in the LMP2. He's the leader LMP2. He took up the pole in the 333 machine. Number 32, Taylor Lane. Ewan Bishop in number 36, LMP2. 120, Sicania Motorsports machine. Looks like Michael Soma. Number 99, Rick Hyde in Racing Simplified machine. Number 59, LMP2, Angus Antox. Eric in the 51, LMP2. LMP2 111 of Alessandro. Then you got the GT Ryan Madara in the number 73 Rookie Monsters machine on pole. In the GTLM class, Chris Bruno in the number 773. Mark Viette in the 778 and the number 78. And we'll get through the rest of the field in a second here as they're just about to take the green flag for you now. As Ben is going to bring them down turn 1. And here they go. Ben's off. All the LMPs are starting. You see everybody starting to hit the line, and off they go. We'll see what happens in turn 1.
Dennis has already missed the breaking point into turn 1 by the looks of things.
Already got a little bit of action going on.
I hear body work.
And Ben's got a pretty good lead right now, but then again, the track is clear right now in front of him. We'll go back and see what happens here, and
everyone being very cautious into turn 1 and 2.
well, that's good. Good sign. We'll go back a little bit further and see what we can do about the 3rd place car out of Angus Tong. Looks like Angus there got passed by Lazarus. See, maybe there's a problem with Angus there, but I think he's just minding his business. So for this race, 1 mandatory pit stop. You don't have to take fuel or tires, but you do have to come to the convenience stop in the pit stall. So that's going to mean a little bit more strategy involved in this one. And if you see anything on the track, Robert, that you want me to get a look at this yellow
looks like
position?
LMP2 collision, lag or something. Turn 1, Ewan Bishop is missing a front end.
That's his intense spot. So he's got, there it is on screen there. It looks like Bishop there has no front end on his car. And oh, we got a yellow in sector 3 as well. Local yellow right now. I don't think anybody's through anything yet. Well, it looks like full course caution. Full course stop right now. So our first full course stop. So there is some carnage on the track, and we're under yellow right now. And we got a full course stop. Yeah, we got some carnage up here, and it looks like in the 23rd spot. See if we can't get the 23rd spot on screen for you here, and a little bit further up from that, you can see some big carnage there. Some body parts on there. It looks like it's one
missing
of the
its
P2s.
entire front end would be T-Annex.
Yep, we got definitely some body parts out there. So we're on our first full course caution. We haven't really, we completed a lap, about a lap or two, and we're under full course caution. As he gets the cars turned around, looks like they're going to get him starting to roll after he gets the cars turned around. Looks like it was one of the LMP2s. Number 59 is in there, it looks like, as well. Yeah, and they're starting to roll now. See, once they passes the thing here, it looks like
some very second-hand
Roberto De Filippis in the Sicania machine. It looks like there's sitting stopped. I don't know what happened to him. Oh yeah, definitely the TG2 Hancock's number 59 in LMP2 class has definitely got major damage. It looks like Roberto De Filippis, I'm going to take a look at right now. Looks like he can't get the car started. So it looks like it may be over for Roberto. He's completely stopped. Now, if he doesn't have a starter on board or a map to starter, he's done. The 5th place car, Roberto De Filippis, has some sort of problem there. Maybe Brett's going to probably get a hold of it, him, and find out what's going on here, because he's going to have to clear the track. Oh, you got him rolling. He looks like he started it back up, and he's starting to roll now. So I'm looking at him, and looks like he got it started. We're going to go back up front with Ben and get Ben back on the screen, and we'll see if we bring him back to green on the next lap here.
No, we've got full course caution for 2 laps.
So 2 laps,
and they can pit. So I'm allowing them to pit.
All right. Looks like a red flag. Somebody was questioning the red flag. I seen chat on there. They should know the rules by now, but it was one of the French drivers. I don't know if he had understood what was going on.
And all that lovely lead that Ben got off the start is slowly disappearing.
Well, the 59 definitely has damage on the front end. He's going to have to get around the pit there. He's under red limiter, so he's not going to lose any time there, but he's going to lose time in the pit fixing it. So looks like the LMP two of T2G Antox in the eSport machine in Prototype 2 has got a major bodywork to repair, and we'll see if we can't get him on screen for you here now. I think he's in the 25th spot here. Trying to get my cameras over there. As you can see, the bodywork is going to be major on the front end of that car, so he's probably going to sit in there for, well, maybe at least 3 or 4 minutes for sure, at least before they try to get that. It might be even more than that. I think the pits are open right now, as Brett was saying. It should be pitting right now, and he looks like he's coming in now to fix that bodywork. So he'll be in. A few other cars are in pit right now, trying to get pit. There's 120s in there, the 51. Looks like we got a few of them in there. Isaac Barkley's in there in the 78. Ewan Bishop's in there in the 30, looks like the 36, the 51, the 59, LMP2. Got a lot of cars in pit lane right now. It looks like Ben wants to stay on the track. He doesn't want to pit and go back up to the leader now. As we're under caution for the first full course yellow of the night, and it came 2 laps in this 1.6 hour race here at the Grand Prix of Long Beach here with the WEC2 round number 3 here at Long Beach. We knew this was going to be carnage, and we knew it was going to be early, but we were hoping it wasn't. But Robert was right, and I had my doubts about a clean race as well, even though we only had 26 and we scheduled 42 for this race, and only 26 cars showed. Still a pretty big field, but guys got to still watch themselves going inside the in and out of those corners. As you can see, Ben is bringing them down the first start-finish line. I think it's a two lap pace lap here, and then he's going to let them out of the pits. Looks like a few cars may be losing a lap too on this one. And it looks like we're going green next time by. So we got this lap. This is the one to green. It looks like all the cars are going to have to catch up. He's going to give them the off the rev limiter to catch up to the leader, and have them all regroup behind each other, and then get that start underway. And it looks like we got 1 hour and 28 minutes left in this one. And we've only completed a few laps right here. To be exact, I think 4 laps.
You would be correct.
And
As I kind of suspected.
I think only one. Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
As I kind of suspected, it's going to be who's got the best pit limiter. Hopefully we can tidy it up after the first couple of laps of carnage and then get some good racing going on.
Well, he's having the guys wait, having the cars wait to pass, because the field's passing first. He closed the pit for the whole field to pass, so they're going to be down a lot. They had pitted, the pit was open, but you're going to wait, and you may lose a lot. That's why I said if you take your chances on those yellow flags, if you're going to pit, if you're behind the leader, you'll probably be okay. But if you're, 3/4 of the track length behind, you're probably going to pit and come out a lap back. It's just what's going to happen. So you got to pick and choose your times when you feel like pitting. I mean, it was really early. Unless you had that damage, my choice would have been not to pit unless I was right up behind the leader when that or close to him, because it's not a long track, and it takes 35 to change tires, and another 10 seconds or maybe 20 seconds down this pit lane here. So you're probably looking at a whole lap right there anyway. So the drivers are going to have to get their strategies straight, what they want to do. But right now we can run down the field. We got Ben Borman in the 337 Rookie Monsters machine. Number 46, Lazarus, is in second place, and they're going to be coming to green soon here. And the number 1 Racing Simplified Bob Merlino machine, top 3, showing right now. And you can see our tower on the left will show you who's in what position. You can see there's cars still in the pits. The GTLM is still in the pits. The 73, the 51, it hasn't changed right now. So maybe there's some problems. I don't know if they're out of pit lane yet. The GTs are definitely going to be losing laps, but then again, those GTs are in a different class. But I think here they go. And we're under green again. So Borman takes off. He's got clear track in front of him.
Green this time. Oh, my bad.
Well, he's definitely going, but the second place car there, Lazarus there, he's kind of keeping up with him. We'll try to get back into GTLM class here and get to the leader GTLM. And that would be the 12th position of Ben Russell. I guess you can't get Ben on screen for you here. We got Ben Russell on screen for you. I think that's the GT. No, wait a minute. It looks like Chris Bruno is the leader in GTLM. We got Ben on screen right now. Ben is in second in that in GTLM. Actually, sorry, third in GTLM. As Mark Viet is in second spot. Oh, we got a Corvette, slow Corvette. There's something at the end of that. A slower Corvette looks like in the going through the hairpin. I'm watching him right now on the screen, and looks like he got through. Position change in 18th. Now it's TG2 Como. Looks like Hugh North in the change in the LMP2 class. He was up in the 14th. See if we can go to the 7th place car. Augusto Arias. We got another position change here as Dennis.
Challenge for the lead.
Challenge for the lead. Looks like the Borman here. Challenge for the lead here.
My bad. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Sorry, that was
I'm really not having a bad day.
there. Actually, he's 2 seconds behind. It's we got Ewan Bishop right now. Pick up his position right now. He's now in 16th spot overall. In LMP2 class, he is in 4th in class. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to count these things for. He's 5th in class, I think. As you can see, the classes there on the screen there. I'm trying to look through which class is which. We got a good race going on in the back here. Got the GTs going at it.
GTs normally deliver close racing just because they don't have any downforce, isn't it? Did you kill the other GT or was that somebody else? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do like 30 things at once.
Oh, we got a big crash on the front straight. Big crash on the front straight. A couple cars on the front straight. Let's see if we can't find them. Looks like one's rough. They're really good there. It looks like oh, Ewan Bishop there. He's mangled on the front straight, and looks like cars are getting by. So I don't know if we're going to see a full course caution. We might. I think it's probably just going to try the. Yeah, it looks like it might be getting a full course for yellow again. As Bishop, no, he's turning it around. Let's see if I can get him on screen here for you. Trying to find what position he's in. 20th. Looks like we might be seeing a full course yellow here as he's sideways. He's got no wheels on the front, looks like. So we might be seeing another full course yellow coming out. Hits are open. Yep, full course yellow. We got everybody on limiter. That's what happened. And as you can see, Bishop trying to turn his car around there in that prototype too.
Surprisingly, they don't turn very well with 3 wheels. I figured that one out in practice.
looks like I got the, I don't know if we're seeing this on screen as well, but we got the driver changes right over top of my my overlay. So I'll have to fix that for the next race. Yeah, you got it going, as you can see, with no front right tire. I mean, the suspension is gone. I'm surprised the thing's still running. But you got it going. It's going to be a under rev limit. Let's see if you can get it around. Should be able to, as other cars are going to be able to pass him as he's a damaged machine. Hopefully nobody runs into him or he doesn't run into anybody else. And everybody's under the rev limit right now for full course yellow. We got a few cars coming into pit lane, and we're under for our second caution of the afternoon. And we've only completed 8 laps so far, and 4 of them looks like we're 4 or 5 of them under caution. But we knew this was going to happen. It's going to be one of those races, and when cars start to get a little bit sideways or something, and there's no place, there's no reprieve here. You hit the walls, and that's pretty much it. You leave trail of body parts and engine parts and whatever along the track, and hopefully the cars, some other cars don't get into it. But it looks like we might have had a bigger crash there on that last one there, because it looked like it had 2 cars involved there.
I don't know, I think the first one was bigger. I think there was like 3 or 4 strewn across the middle of the track, wasn't there?
There was actually 6 in the first incident, and both incidents have been on the main straight, which is where I would not expect them to be.
Oh no, I was about to say the same thing. You would have expected it into like the tighter turns, or you know, the ones where if you're running the really low downforce setups it gets a little wiggly, but not down the main straight.
No, yes, but okay, the field's caught up. Okay, so this should be going in now.
I just got an update right now. One of the driving administrators was giving me an update about what happened with one of the cars. So we had a little bit of things going on. We're going to check at the end of the replay. I think it's a 22 car, but we're not quite sure. But we'll check it at the end of the race. Looks like we may get we're going to be a few penalties, I think, at the end of the race. But we're getting, you know, things are going to be happening in the race, and guys are going to think they're going to get away with stuff. It's not going to happen. So, you know, this is what happens in racing, and then we go back to the old replay at the end of the race, and then do our 16 hours of work trying to figure out what was going on and who got what and where and advantage by who and what happened in pit lane. But so far, we have 2 cautions on the track, trying to figure out what was going on. 1 hour and 17 minutes remaining in this one. An advantage, of course, it's going to be a caution fill. What happened? That's what it was. And it looks like so far fixing it. We still got the camera on Bishop, trying to figure out what was going on. 1 hour and 17 minutes remaining in this one. An advantage, of course, it's going to be a caution fill. What happened? That's what it was. And it looks like so far fixing it. We still got the camera on Bishop, trying to figure out what was going on. 1 hour and 17 minutes remaining in this one. An advantage, of course, it's going to be a caution fill. What happened? That's what it was. And it looks like so far we still got the camera on Bishop, trying to figure out what was going on. 1 hour and 17 minutes remaining in this one. An advantage, of course, it's going to be a caution fill. What happened? That's what it was. And it looks like so far we still got the camera on Bishop, trying to figure out what was going on. 1 hour and 17 minutes Things happening with Dennis here, so I'm going to keep an eye on Dennis in the back, while you guys on the broadcast will be watching Lazarus in the 46 machine on the restart. There's going to be some action in the back, and I think that I just want to keep an eye on the back here. I see Dennis keeps warming up his tires on the back straight, like he wants to make a move on the first first time he gets over the start-finish line. And there's a bunch of GTs alongside in front, and this is where I think is going to be some action. And I think I'm going to bring you back here to this one, because I think this is what's going to happen. I think it's going to be back here. So they're going to go to green, but we're going to watch from in the back here as Dennis and F1 Racing Mania team here, and we'll see what happens. All right, they're back to green racing, and see Dennis up beside the car right now. He's going to try to go by this car right away, and I think there's going to be a mishap happening here. It's just my guess. He's supposed to wait until he hits the start-finish line before he puts that rev, takes the rev, and there he goes. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, he got a little loose there. Remember, he had no wing, and he had some damage earlier. It looks like he got by him pretty good. So I'll get you back up front right now. Looks like Bob Manito's in the pit lane for some reason. Still, must have got something happening to him. But we're back up front now. Looks like we got a drive-through issued to Sovanek for jumping the start. That's the first issued penalty by administrator, jumping the start here. So Sovanek's going to get himself a drive-through. As something must have happened to Merlino's car, because Merlino's actually coming out right now. Hopefully he takes warning that the cars are coming by right now. Yeah, he got out clear. Don't know what happened with Sovanek there. Gonna have to ask Brett, find out what's going on. We got Rick Hyde right now in the fourth spot.
Okay, he received his penalty for being he was actually in fourth place, and he was alongside the first place car, which means he made a double file start, and it's supposed to be single file with at least a car length between you and the car in front. So that enabled him at the start to go from fourth to second. So he's been given a jump start penalty, drive-through.
Alright, so we're watching right now. Looks like some action coming up right now as Rick Hyde is coming up on a bunch of gaggle of cars here, back in fifth spot here. As, oh, he almost got into one of the GTs there. Looks like Dan O'Hare. No, it's Hitman, Dave Hitman there. Wow, we got coming out of the hairpin there. I got a race. This is a race between the 4th place car and the 5th place car. Rick Hyde and Alessandro in the LMP2 111 machine as they're going right down the front straight right now as Alessandro goes by one of the Corvettes. He's going into turn 1 and Hyde right up towards behind him there. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be close. You got Rick Hyde on the screen right now as he got kind of boxed in behind the Corvette right now. And behind Rick is Taylor in the number 32. They're all pretty close here in LMP2. We got a good race going on in LMP2. Still got a 2-second lead over Sovanek there in the while he's getting in the drive-thru anyway, and 37-second lead over Ben Borman. So there's nothing up front right now. So I'm going to stick with this battle here. As we got Rick Hyde. He's coming right up to try and get that 4th spot there off of Alessandro Barcelos in the 111 LMP2. As Hyde goes a little bit wide there on turn 7. And a double pass behind him there. You can see the Rookie Monsters machine behind him. And it's a 3-way battle for that position as Hyde cakes it. But here comes Alessandro behind him there. And the Rookie Monsters machine right behind him. We got a battle going on here. We got some racing going. Out of the hairpin. It's Taylor Lane in the Rookie Monsters machine here. We're going to get Taylor Lane on there as he's trying to get up past that Corvette. They were close there in that last corner. Got up boxed in with that Corvette. And right now it's wow, it's a battle between Rick Hyde, Alessandro Barcelos, and Taylor Lane. And they're right together again. So this is going to be, Taylor's actually catching up here to Alessandro. We got one of the lap down cars in the way there, one of the LMPs. He's definitely not in the battle. He's probably receiving the blue flag right now. You don't want the guy to just jump right out of the way, but definitely give him the corner. After about 3 or 4 corners, you don't want to hold him up too long, especially if he's definitely racing for position. So a battle for a spot on the track. You'll see if there's any other battle here. I got a yellow flag showing there, but it cleared quickly, so somebody just must have slowed down in the last corner. We'll see if I can't find another battle going on the track as well.
It's cleared. Just a GT car, Rookie Monsters, Aston Martin just went down the escape road. We've got Dan in the WEC Racing Simplified car now down the escape road. He's all good.
Yeah, we're currently looking at Ewan Bishop right now, and he's laps down. So he was kind of caught in a bunch of those cars there. We got Chris Bruno in pit right now. Let's see if we can't get a little further up in the battle here. Thirteenth spot there. Dennis is just taking a spot away. And that there looked like Bruno in 14th there. Is Dennis WEC Mania Racing team. Wow, you got those LMP2s still going at it. So I think that's the best battle on the track right now.
Yeah, we got the lead.
We got one going around in
LMP1 catching the.
One going around in turn 7. One stopped in turn 7. Let's see here. He just spun out, but he's in the middle of the track. Let's see if he can get it. Keep going. Ooh, he almost hit him. He got it around. He got it around and going. Right. Wow. Local yellow. You lucky you got it around. It was one of the, I think it was a Porsche. I'll find out who it was. Porsche or an Aston Martin. I can't see. They were both great. Looked like it might have been a 97. George. I'm not sure, but I think that was the one. Okay, we're going to go back up here and find out. First place car here of Rick Hyde in LMP2. think he's a first place LMP2 car. Yeah, Rick Hyde in the Racing Simplified LMP2 car. Getting a lot of work on my screen here right now. So, Rick Hyde leading LMP2 class, and Lazarus in a lot of traffic right now, the leader in LMP1. We're going to get back with him. He's going through the hairpin. Oh, there's a crash. It looks like in the hairpin, but they backed it up. Let's see what happens right now as Lazarus is going in, making his pit stop right now. Going to do it under green. You got the few cars there was stacked up in that last corner. I want to find out who it was. I wonder if they got it cleared.
Taylor Lane and Alessandro.
Seeing a bunch of warp on my screen again. You seeing any cars going side by side on the sideways on this?
No. No.
Okay. All right.
Okay, well, it's taken 50 minutes halfway through, but it seems like they've settled down a bit now, and I'd have to say this is probably our longest green flag run at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Not
As we're
that
looking at the
on trying to jinx them.
I'm going to take a look at Mike Leland right now. Look at Leland. It might have been Leland that went around. I'm not sure if it was one of those gray cars. So anyway, Mike Leland right now on screen, number 13, GTLM class. It's Porsche. Oh, we got some body parts on the front straight, so somebody might have hit the wall. They disappeared. So somebody's got missing some body parts. Oh, I just seen, I think that was Dano there, got a little sideways, but he was okay. He saved it. Yeah, we got the 68. The 68 of Bora Hernandez. There's no front end on his car in the Ferrari, so he's going to probably have to bring it in. Let's see if he stays on the track. No, he's going to stay on the track. So the number 20 position Bora Hernandez in 68. That's Pro Simulation Racing team, isn't it?
Yes.
You can see he's on screen there, and he's got no front end on his car. That Ferrari 458 is missing the bonnet. I'd seen a body part on the front straight. I didn't know who it was, but now we found the culprit, it looks like here. And right now, as you can see, that 458 is missing that front hood. See if we can get battle for you. It looks like there's wow, there's a bunch of cars just right now going through the final corner. See if we can't get them on screen for you here. We got the 12th and 11th place cars on screen here. Ben Russell just looked like he picked up a position. Yeah. And now the one of the LMP1s coming up on Ben here. Might be a little hectic through this fountain corner. Let's see what happens here. There's one of the WEC Mania Racing Team cars behind them. That's an LMP1 behind him there. See if he can't just if the LMP should be able to get him here. And there he goes. All right, we got Intense Spot Dennis right now going at it. So Ben. Oh, he almost hit the wall there in turn 7. We got the 111 car of Alessandro Barcelos coming into pit lane. Make his stop. Don't know what happened to Bob Mernino though, but he's definitely racing the 32 of Taylor Lane right now. Actually, Taylor Lane is in a different class. He's in the P2. See if we can't get the closest battle we can on the track here. As Ben just got, after the pit stop, Ben just got back in front there, and he just took off. He's like 5 seconds in front of the second place car. So Ben Borman, the pole sitter in LMP1 class, is doing a little shake and dance and checkout here.
Yeah, but that Sabanuk is doing well. He had a drive-through which he served, and he's pulling Ben back in.
Yeah, his best lap, Sabanuk, was a 110.8, sorry, 0.6, and his last lap was a 114. So, you know, compared to the leader, he was wasn't up on the leader's lap there, but he's definitely holding in there after that drive-through. Go back a little bit further to.
I've been watching him. He's driving well actually. He's the last 2 or 3 laps. He's had to make his way through some traffic, and he's just caught traffic again. So that's going to cost him again.
Well, Lazarus is coming right up right now. We got Lazarus on the screen. Oh, almost got into one of the LMP2s there. Going towards turn 1, but he got by him. So let's see if we can get back to GTLM. We got the GTLM class going right now, and we get to a leader in GTLM in a second for you. The 9th place car. It's a Corvette. And that's your leader in GTLM there, the 972 T2G Takumi. Oh, we got one with no bonnet, the 13, Mike Leland. Looks like he's a slow car, lost his hood somewhere. So he's just going through the last corner, and we're going to see Mike Leland. He's in 15th spot here, and Mike Leland may be losing some positions here, so he's going to head into pit lane to get that Porsche fixed. And Leland at the time was sitting, oh yeah, he's definitely going to lose some, there's one spot there. There was a few spots in class there, definitely. Leland was up near the front there, and a few, I think, was in 3rd. So it's going to cost Leland, as Leland brings her into pit lane there to make a stop to fix that hood on that Porsche. So Leland's in the pits, Ewan Bishop in the pits again. Back up to our leader in P2.
We've got Isaac in the broadcast booth.
Hello.
How you going, Isaac?
Not too bad yourself. Had a bit of a rough start, but you know, what can you do?
Yeah, so how was your stinty up there?
Yeah, got cut short because we had a few technical issues with the R-Factor 2 crashing. Then just before that as well, we had a pretty hefty shunt at the first yellow flag, which went flying into a P2, so that was a 5-minute pit stop. So we're 8 laps down, but still in good spirits.
That's sweet.
Well, we got a battle going on right now for Prototype 2. First place, Rick Hyde. Second place, Taylor Lane in the number 32, and they're going at it right now.
Yeah, no, I've been in practice those 2 guys quite a lot, and they're extremely fast, very good drivers.
That's the closest battle right now we got on the track, so we're going to stick with this. And we've been under green for a while now, so that's good. I guess the guys started to watch their P's and Q's now after about a, oh, it looks like, Rick Hyde hit the wall, and that's the position. Off the hairpin. It looked like Hyde has a problem with his machine. He stopped. He got her started again. He's going. Something may have happened to Hyde off the corner there. Big doings there for the P2 as we got to change the position. Taylor Lane now has that position, and he's now currently leading Prototype 2 in that number 32.
Yeah, we were racing with Taylor Lane the other day, and he's an extremely fast driver. I mean, we thought we had really good pace. We jumped in with him, he just shot away from us like a bullet out of the gun. He's a stupidly fast driver and extremely talented.
Oh, okay. Yes, there's definitely some quick drivers out there, but they've all seemed to have settled down a bit now.
Yeah, the cars are all getting up to temperature after all the yellow flags, and you know, up to temperature, and they can all just get into the groove of it.
We're going to see what happens here in the 18th spot. Here we got Daniel in the 222 Ferrari 458. As he's in, he had a bit of traffic there going by him there. He let a few of those cars go by. We got a position change here, 13th right now. Looks like Ryan Beretta, and looks like 15th in GTLM as David Hitman. And Hitman again moving up the field right now. Get him on screen.
Yeah, I think he's just been biding his time and just slowly plugging away. He seems to have stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, Hitman's got really good race pace. I remember when we were doing practice the other day, and in qualifying he wasn't very fast, but then in race pace he is, after he gets into the groove, he is quite pacey.
Alright, we got
he's all going well now.
Sorry there. We got looks like the leader in pit lane and GTLM right now in the pit lane, so making his stop. So that's gonna leave the door open for the 78, which is 78 of Mark Viette. Just took over first place in GTLM as the 972 car just went in the pit. So another change in overall as Viette is now leading GTLM class in that. Number 78 car. That. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of war problems. We're trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah,
I can't check the numbers.
To add a little bit there, Isaac, about Hitman. He doesn't get on, and he doesn't practice for quali, doing fast laps. He fills the car up and just consistently works on a race setup. So you'll never see him put in the fastest times on live races, but when it comes to the race, very consistent.
Yeah, he's setting in the 20s, I think, is his lap. He's just 21s and low 21s and high 20s is what he's doing, and that is pretty good for the GTLMs.
All right, we got a change. We got a first place change in LMP1 as Sovanic's now in first place over Ben Borman. Don't know what happened to Ben, but
first and second going side by side down into turn one. Ben's right on him. Ben Borman.
Yep, but Ben was leading just a minute ago there, so we're going to watch the first place car in LMP1 here. They're going at it. Close battle on the track here. Alex Sovanec and Ben Borman.
Oh god, the GT's just crashed in front of them.
I think Ben got, I don't know if he got any damage. He definitely lost the car there.
Yeah, there was parts come off one of them.
Yeah, it looked like Ben lost a bit of the front end there.
Yeah,
after he crashed into the rear of the GT.
He's cut. He looks like a little sideways now in the corners. So I'm watching here in second place here.
Oh, he's going on screen
for you. He's still going to stay on the track. That's it's a good move. I wouldn't have pit either. If you can handle it, keep going. You just don't want to lose that second spot by you're going after the car in front of you, and you're going to try to push even harder. That we had a few laps now on the green, try to catch that first place car, and end up wrecking your second place position right now. You want to catch up there because you know you're going to be a little bit of traffic. Well, with 33 minutes to go in this one, we had a few green flag laps here. It looks like it turned out to be a hell of a race now. That's P1, Ben Borman in 3:37. trying to catch up to number 17, prototype 1 of Alex Sovanek. As these guys have been going at it for a little bit here. But Sovanek now pulled out a little bit of a lead here, a 2.5-second lead as Borman had gone through turn 7 and got a little sideways. I don't know if he clipped the wall or not, but he lost a little bit of the front failing on the right front of that car, I think. It's time to run down the field again. It's first place, LMP1, number 17, Alex Sovanek, followed by number 33 of Ben Borman, the number 46 of Lazaros Galapagos, Bob Arlino, the number 1, LMP1, the LMP2 of Taylor Lane in the number 32, number 99 of Rick Hyde in LMP2, number 333 of Augusto Arias, Dennis in the number 18 LMP1, Hugh North LMP1 number 37, Mark Viette in GTLM number 78. So they're scattered out right now around the field here, all in different classes scattered in there as well. But you got the top 10 there for you. And we're still looking at the Ben Borman machine here. As you can see, Ben got in a little bit of a traffic jam there and got through it okay. But it looks like Alex has gotten behind one of the cars too, so he's going to try to take a little strip swing down the front straight.
We've got a car stop.
Uh-oh. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what position is it.
It's a Porsche, GT Porsche. I'm just trying to find him.
All right, we got it. It looks
there.
like it's Ben Russell in the end. He stopped. It's Ben Russell, but he's out of the way, out of the racing line, so he's okay. Ben Russell in the 20th position here. He stopped on the track, but he's off the racing line, so it should be okay. It's just local yellow in sector 2. Oh, we brought it back to the pit lane. Looks like that's it for Ben. So he retired that car. That blown engine. Ben's out, and back up to the leaders right now as Alex Sovanek there, and Ben Borman still going at it.
Looks like Rick Hyde is closing the gap down to Taylor Lane there. I think he's taken out half a second over the past 2 laps.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. He's after his mishap he had there, looks like he had an engine cut out or something. He's been pulling him back in lap after lap.
Wonder what problem he had with his car there. Oh, there we go. Crash on the front straight. That's
crash on the front straight here with a Corvette. I don't know. He's turned the other way. Yeah, he won't be able to turn around. The yellow's going to have to probably come out here. I don't think he'll be. He's got a little room now. He's going to try it. Yeah, he's in the middle of the track here. Full course yellow. Yeah, you're going to get T-boned if you don't do that. So yeah, we got him on there. That's looks like it's Dan.
Yes, that is my teammate there, Dan. No Wi-Fi Autosport there.
You got it turned around, so it doesn't look like there's too much damage or any damage at all on it.
Yeah, Dan's quite impressive too, Faze. He only got joined the team about a week ago, and he's been racing on the pad, but he's dropped his times down to he's as fast, if not faster, than the rest of us on the wheel. I think it's amazing, but obviously being on the pad, you don't get the input that you can, and he's had that problem there going down the straight. He has spun a few times, unfortunately, before in practice, so he's just had it again here.
It'll get better and better.
So we'll let Brett do his duties here, and looks like he's telling them to catch up, and looks like probably going to go back to green in a couple laps or a lap or so. This is going to be good now. We're going to have all the cars closed up together again, and we're going to see a few battles going on again, and we're under 30 minutes. We have 28 minutes right now left in this one, so you know they're going to see some action now on this one. Pits are now open for cars if they do want to make a pit stop and get tires. I don't know if they'll need fuel, but definitely might have a shot at maybe getting a position or two if they can catch some fresh rubber and maybe put a softer compound if they're not already using the ultras on the car.
Looks like I might have to love you and leave you here. I think I might be just jumping out of the car in a second now, and Dan might be jumping out and I might be hopping in. So Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave you now.
Okay,
Be in the car in a
well,
second.
good luck to you guys.
See if we can do better than down there. See you, man.
All right. We got
man.
Alex Sovanek in the pit right now, so the leader went into the pits, gave the position up, and see what happens right now. As the Sovanek machine was a good idea to probably pick because they were so far ahead, they can get in. You probably can get in and out. It's in the same spot. I don't think the other cars are back up on the front straight. Nope, Lazarus is past them. And looks like pit exit is closed, so Sovanek's going to be going to the end of the field on that pit stop there. Didn't manage to get out quick enough before the pits were closed. And Ben Borman and Lazaros Felibakos are going to be nose to tail there, along with Sovanek will be going to the back. Bob Merlino back up in third place, it looks like, in this one here in P1. As we've seen a bunch of cars jumping off in the pit and the GT there. Right at the start of the and the pits are closed, so you can see that we're going to get they're holding them down. The pits are closed on exit. They're holding them to get the field by. That last car in there and see who's that last car. All right, pit exit's open. We'll be rejoining the field. The leader on the back straight right now, so they're going to have to catch up to the leader. I have no problem catching up to the leader. They'll be off the rev limiter to catch up, and hopefully don't run into the cars when they get towards this back straight here. But have plenty of time still to get around and get to the leader. He's just in the middle of the back straight on the rev limiter. Also, those cars that do come around with the fresh tires will have a little bit of heat in the tires, since they're going to be coming around a little bit quicker right now, even though they were cold when they're put on. And I think you might have a little bit of a shot here, catching a few spots. But right now, our leader, number 337 in LMP1 class, is Ben Borman. Taylor Lane in the number 32 LMP2, leading LMP2 class, GTLM class. Mark Viette, the GTLM number 78. The three leaders there in the three classes. As the GT is going to move out of the way right now and stagger it right now on the start, so the LMPs can actually get by without any problem. And there goes Ben, and we're back racing. Ben got a great start there. Ben's going to be sitting by his lonesome here at turn 1 with 24 minutes to go. Hopefully he doesn't get another yellow flag out there, but Lazarus did not get a good start. It was the GT in the middle, and Hitman's in the pit right now, so he's got in pit too. So all the time he got, sliding sideways. I'm looking at the second place car, but sliding sideways. I'm having a look at Ben Borman as he's pushing the car very hard right now, trying to gain as much as possible on the second place car. But I have a feeling we're going to see another full course yellow, and this time Lazarus is going to be behind him. As Alex Sovanek's, I'm watching Sovanek here trying to weave his way through. Place on the screen here as we got, he got a little mishap, big crash I think there. I know he got through it in a hairpin. It's a gaggle of cars here coming down to pass this GT. And Sovanek goes by. It's Ryan Beretta in GTLM, the Rookie Monsters machine. We got a lockup in turn 1. Looks like we're going to see something here. Outside of the That was a heck of a move there by Dennis in the car, but trying to make that. Oh, we got one sideways in the hairpin. It looks like yellow's going to be throwing. We got a full course coming pretty soon, I think, because we got one sideways in the tunnel in the turn. Yep. Full course yellow's out. It looks like it was Lazarus that was around. I don't know if somebody hit him or not, but it looks like Lazarus was the guy that went around. I don't know if he got any help with that, but Lazarus Philippakos in the 46, who was running second place in LMP1, found himself around in the fountain corner there at Long Beach. And it's going to bring it down to 21 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in this one, as he got it turned around, so I don't think any body parts are there. Pits are probably going to be open, but we're going to be going back to green. As we now have the LMP1 and LMP... Oh, we got guys hitting each other. Oh, there's guys on the pace lap there run into each other there. I think it's... green car behind him. I don't know who that was there. One of the lap cars hit the 59 on the pace condition, so we'll see. Take a look at that. Looks like it might have been Robert. Anyway, we're back to green, I think. Or this is catch up. I think we're just catching up right now. Field is all catching up to each other. It's like we're going to go green with about 19 minutes to go on this one, and I don't think this is over with. This is going to come down to, it might even finish under yellow. But I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing we're definitely going to be seeing some more action going on here. So I'm going to watch the fifth place car here right now. There's a bunch of cars in the back that are definitely going to be fighting for position. We're going to go up front with the with the LMP1 leader here, as Ben Borman and Alex Sovanek. Actually, LMP1 leader has GTs in between them, so between 1 and 2. So we're going to go back to the. I think we got Rick Hyde, Mark. Okay, Hugh North. That's GTL. No, they're kind of scattered right now. We'll stick with Ben as he takes off, and right now we're riding with Bob Merlino, third spot, and I think Sovanek and Merlino are close together. Actually, no, Merlino's a little further back. He's at the end. He must have took another. Oh, we got another stack up there. These guys are not leaving enough room between each other here. They should leave at least one, but I said at least two, and I think I heard in the driver's briefing there. This is what you don't want to happen, the little stack ups. I know they want to get close on the start because of the way it starts, and you have to hit the start finish line before you can do it, but that's the way it has to be. And this is the result of guys moving close together on a track like this. They're getting people getting run into and body parts coming off on the pace lap, and we don't want to see that, and that's where they're going to get pinged at the end when they go into review. Any damage off of a car on a pace lap is going to cost you something. Anyway, Ben took off to start. He's away and he's gone. So second place and third place cars right now are going at it, and we got the second place car, Sovanek. So it doesn't look like Lazarus had a problem with his car there, because he was out of the race in Reed Jones, so something must have happened to Lazarus. He's now back in the pit. So we're watching right now Alex Sovanek as he's trying to negotiate. This is second place, trying to negotiate through all these GTs. Trying not to get into anybody. As Ben Borkman has just checked out. So we don't have to worry about Ben right now unless there's a problem with Ben. As Alex is trying to come down the back straight and get by all these cars so he can get up into that second, into that place right behind Ben. So just in case another yellow comes out when you know it's probably going to happen. Oh, he got into the GT there and in the last corner there and lost him a little bit of ground there. It looked like Marino might be up on top of him now. Oh, close to it. Marino just got through. No, Marino's not there yet. Somanek's going to try to get by these guys again. And we're going to try to get back with some of the GTs here and see what we got. Going off the track. Oh, you got a spin in turn one. One's around in turn one there. Somebody got a little help there in turn one. It looks like a full course yellow may come out again. GT's around. Yeah, big crash in turn 1 and 2 there. Yellow flag will be thrown. Look out. Full course stop is coming too, I think. Yeah, we got cars flipping all over the place now. It's a big crash here. So it should be a full course stop. Some of the machines got to start to turn themselves around as the full course stop right now. Looks like Merlino is getting around, and we got the other car here of Augustus Arias, 333, trying to get his car turned around. As we got a full course stop right now. Let's see if we got Augustus here. He's trying to turn his car around. Once he gets it around, then we'll get him rolling again. He's still trying to do like a 27-point turn right now. He's in 5th spot right now, and we'll see if we can get him on the screen for you. He got it around right now. He's starting to roll. All right, so looks like we're going to be going and rolling again. And the pits are now open. We got 15 minutes and 43 seconds. There was a big crash in turn between 1 and 2 and the fountain corner there, and it collected a lot of cars. And there's definitely some damage there on some of these cars, but I've seen cars popping everywhere. I had a feeling sooner or later it's going to happen. You know, we had a little bit of racing earlier now, and now it's rack 'em, pack 'em, and stack 'em time with everybody trying to gain every position right now with 15 minutes to go, and it's going to be under 15 minutes before we get them back to going. We got 15 minutes, 10 seconds left here, so we'll be going back to green pretty soon. After they catch up, we'll probably get them going at maybe lap, probably 13 to go, 13 minutes to go, as Ben is on the rev limiter right now, as the other guys are just on the catch up right now. Sobanek in second. We'll see how far he is. I think he's still further back. He's not going to be right behind Ben. It's going to be one of the LMP. I think one of the LMP2s will be behind Ben. And then you got Sovanek, a couple of LMP2s, then Sovanek. It looks like Eric, and you got a couple of Rookie Monsters drivers in there, and then you got the Racing Mania team of Sovanek. Well, it was a nice try earlier on the costume, but that still may pay off for him unless he's got some. There's some damage. There's parts in turn 1 and 2, so somebody must have hit the wall there as well. Hopefully, nobody runs over it. Oh, Merlino just got hammered by Araya there. And something happened, and Merlino's front end is completely off. Under pace conditions, one of the cars just nailed him in third, and it looks like Merlino's going to have to get repaired. His front end is completely off here. Looks like under pace conditions, some of the cars, well, they're going to get dinged at the end. So that's the way it is. If you have a problem, guys, and you do this, especially causing major damage to cars on the pace laps, you're going to get dinged. You can almost guarantee you're going to get dinged in the replays at the replay review. So hopefully it was not warp or anything like that was happening, but that was a big hit, and I don't know whose fault it was. I didn't see it. All I seen is the aftermath of it. But Merlino's definitely going to lose his 3rd spot right now, as he's going to have to come in and take that front end, and he's got no front end on that car, along with somebody that hit him. I don't know who it was though, but we'll have to check that later on. Anyway, there's big doings here, and that's what happens. It's one more yellow lap. You got him going one more time around because of debris on the track for contact under pace lap conditions, and you can see front ends were knocked off on the track. I want to get the things cleared. It looks like the Corvette's got a few problems with his. Merlino's got his front end off. It looks like I think it was Augusto Arias who ran into Merlino, but I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it was him. I just caught the back end of it. Maybe he got punted into him by a GT. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't seen that. So we'll see if Arias there has any front end on his car there. But it was the 111 that actually got into him. But I don't know for sure if it was him shoved into him or whatnot. Oh, we got a GT going around behind trying to catch up. These guys are trying to catch up under pace conditions and not keeping it in control. They're supposed to be keeping it in control, and they're trying to get right up to the field, and they just can't do it. So we'll be looking at this stuff. We got the review, Kiru. They'll be looking at that at the end of this one. But we had a pretty good race going on so far. We still got a good one going with 11 minutes to go. Hopefully we can get this one under green finish, but I doubt it. We're going to have more crashes because it's going to be rack 'em, pack 'em, and stack 'em in the going into the first corner again, and the guys are going to be jumping all over everybody, and this is where the problems start, as Merlino's going to be pitting to fix that damage, and you know he's going to be in there for the full lap, so he's going to lose whatever positions he has there, and let's see what happens here. As Ben Borman is going to lead him around for one other pace lap, and it's probably going to have about 8 minutes to go in the when they start him green again. We're at the 10-minute 50-second mark, so probably be about 8 minutes to go, maybe 9.5 minutes to go. We run down the field. Ben Borman, first place. Alex Sovanek, second place in the number 17 LMP1. Bob Merlino, who's in the pit currently now, in the number 1 LMP1. Number 32 LMP2, leading Taylor Lane in LMP2 class. Then you got 333 of LMP2, Augusto Arias, Dennis in the LMP1 at number 18. 99 LMP2 Rick Hyde, Lazarus Philippos in the number Philippikos in the number 46 LMP1. Alex had some Lazarus has some problems there with the connection issues. Hugh North, LMP1 number 37. Mark Viette in the GTLM leader in the number 78, and that's the top 10 for you. 10 minutes remaining in this one. It's been an eventful race here at the GXPC 1.6 hours of Long Beach here in Rock Crescent, along with Brett Gray. Joining us was Isaac Barkley, and helping us in the booth today was Robert Strachan. So far we only have one DNF. It's Ben Russell. Out of the 26 cars started, we have 25 still currently running. And looks like the sun is going down here. It was a 4 p.m. start here in California at Long Beach, as Ben Borman will bring him down for another restart here when it'll be about 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, as we're just coming up on the 9-minute mark. But by the time we get them started, we'll put another 20 seconds or so. Bring him down for another restart here when it'll be about 8 minutes and get them started to go. We're just coming up on the 9-minute mark. The lights are on here, but by the time we get them started, light here, so another 20 seconds or so. Bring him down. Beautiful day start here when it'll be about 8 minutes and get them started. We're just coming up on the 9-minute mark. Lights are on here, but by the time we get them started, light here, so another 20 seconds or so. Bring him down. Beautiful day start. Ben Borman will be about 40 minutes and get a start race. And Sovanek has to wait because he's got to hit the start finish line before he can put his take his rev limiter off. And down into turn 1 now, Ben Borman checks out. Sovanek now is trying to make as much ground as possible. We're riding with Sovanek right now. And he's trying to get through. Trying to catch up to him. He's got to get past 2 LMPs. And these are LMP2s, I think. You got to get past him. He's got by one just to get you up into that position so we can get behind him just in case another yellow comes out and they get like a sprint to the end. Oh, he's clear now, and he's just got one more to pass to get back into that, just guessing behind Ben. But we're going to watch some of the action in the back here, and because we know something's going to happen. It's just sitting with the number 11 position here of Eric Monet. We're going to get into Eric's car here, as you can see the Sicania Motors. Oh! And around goes the Sicania Motorsports machine of Roberto De Filipis. Maybe another yellow flag coming out here. I don't know if it's caught. I got to check. Yeah, Filipis around, and a yellow flag maybe coming out here. He's out of the line, but he can't back up, and there it is, full course yellow. As Roberto got him around, he's around now, so they'll probably go back in one lap. I don't think you're going to see no, there's no body parts on there. They're probably going to catch up and go back right away, which is not a bad call for the officials. Going to get them back racing really quickly with 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go. They might get another one. So now did Sovanek get his extra position that he needed, or does he still have that one LMP2 in front of him? We'll have to find out. It looks like he's still got one of the LMP1s in front of him. Sorry, LMP2 in front. Looks like that's Hugh North no, it's an LMP1, so it's the same speed, but he is a lap down Hugh North. So Rookie Monsters team is one and two not in position, but on the track. So I don't know if they're going to see a little bit of blocking going on or anything like that. I don't think you'll see that, but definitely when you can only hold the guy up for like three corners in this, or 4 corners. So I figure it's going to be close here, but we're running out of time with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this one, and it's going to be another restart here. The GXPC, Gary Cross Personal Computers, Racing Simplified, and RF2WEC.com. 1.6 hours of Long Beach here. This is a sprint race, and their combined sprint and the ALMS Sprint Series and the Endurance Series overall championship here at RF2WEC. I'm Rob Granson along with Brett Cray, Isaac Barkley, and Robert Strachan. All right, we got another one out. It looks like George Angolis is out. I don't know if he got dropped off the server or not, but Angolis looks like in the GTLM number 97 is out. All right, we're going to start now. Ben Borman, and looks like the LMP2, the LMP behind is leaving the 2. He's leaving a 2-car gap, which he needs to do, and that's legal. That's what they're supposed to do. And Ben Borman's going to take off and get that benefit of the start when he hits the start-finish line, because you're allowed to. You had in the drivers' meeting a minimum 2-car, 2-length start, and that's what held up the Sovanek car. But that's just the break of pitting earlier and having some of the cars in front of you and not being able to get a little bit closer to the car in front of you to start. And we'll see what happens. They're on the green again, and I'm not sure, but I think we'll probably see another full course caution. It'll probably end under caution, but Sovanek's going to give it a shot anyway. Borman's up front. Sovanek's going to go. We also have Bob Molino sitting in third still in that class, even though with the laps down there. Actually, he's not laps down. He's just 23 seconds behind, but still sitting in a good spot there. Sovanek comes off corner number 7. And he's putting the pedal down now. He's going to try to catch up to Ben Borman, and don't know if he's going to have it for him, but we'll see what happens. They're very close to each other, but he's still got that P2 in front of him. And if he can catch up to the P2 now, the P2 is going to, the P1 there, he's going to have to get out of the way, that P1. That lap car is going to have to get out of the way. You see in the blue flag, he's going to have to move. So far, the prototype 1, the number 37 is still keeping pace with the leader. So he's not Sovanek's actually fell back a little bit, but once he gets up on him again, that he's going to have to give him the line and get him out of the way, or else the stewards may be bringing him down to pit lane. Hold him up for 4 corners, but after that, that's it. So if you see that blue flag, then have to move. I don't know who is in that car, so I can't know for sure. I got to check that. So it looks like George Angolis must have had, he rejoined the race and must have had a drop or disconnect. But anyway, there's a battle going on for first place right now.
George, suspension damage.
Yeah, okay, well, that P2, that P1's going to have to move because he's held him up for a whole lap now. So if he's not pulling away from or passing the leader, he's going to have to relinquish that spot and let the 2 cars go at it. It's right up on him here. He can't get in behind the car there. It looks like he's right up behind him now. That's because it's a short corners, and now he's going to have to relinquish the corner. You can't hold him up for more than 3 or 4 corners, and he's already been holding him up for a lap. He's not right on top of him, but he's right on top of him through here. So unless he can pull away from him, he's going to have to relinquish that spot and let the leaders go at it in the lead lap. So hopefully that lap car can pass the leader and take off. But if he can't, and he's holding up the second place car, doesn't look like he's doing it right now. He pulls away on the back straight a bit, so that's a good sign. But once it comes into that corner there and gets right up on top, he's going to have to move out of the way. All right, he's up now. So they're up. That's 1 corner right there. This is 2. The hairpin's 3 right there, and hold him up in 3 because they have to slow down. He's going to have to move right there. But he isn't doing it. He takes off, and he has a better run off the corner than the second place car, and he pulls down the straight. He doesn't give the second place car the thing. So I don't know. There's 1 minute to go. We're following this battle up front here. I don't see any yellow flags coming up. We're going to follow this battle up front and see if that car can actually get in there and pass him. Probably get 1 more lap after this. I'm not sure. It would be 1 minute on there. Looks like the 23rd spot, Mark Whelan in 23rd now. And we're watching the battle here for first place between Ben Borman and Alex Sovanek in second place here in the 17th car. And a lap car in between them. A team car, actually, Rookie Monsters, is in between them. In between Ben Borman and Alex Sovanek right now. But Sovanek can't keep up to them on the straightaway right now because he can't get out of the corner on the long straights, but in the corners he picks up right on top of him. So this is where it's going to come down. It looks like we may get this is the last lap. Oh, he's right up top of him, and he got into it. Now he's going to have to move. There, he moved out of the way. This is it. This could be the last lap, and he's trying to get him here on the straightaway, but nope, not going to be able to do it. So Ben Borman will take the win. Let's see it. And P1 class here. Oh, in P2, it looks like it's the number 32 of Taylor Lane. He's coming around the last corner right now. Taylor Lane on thing. And here's your leader of P2. Taylor Lane is going to take the win in P2, it looks like. Let's see if I can get GTLM here. Looks like Mark Viet in GTLM. I think he's the leader in GTLM. And we'll get Mark Viet on the screen here in 10th spot. And GTLM, and he's going to finish, and looks like Viet. Brett, they're still racing. Well, Viet's coming around the last corner right now. I think Viet actually crossed their finish line. Mark Viet in the number 78 will pick up the victory in GTLM. Now there you have it, folks. A good race here. We finished under green, which was good. And we got a bunch of wreck cars here, and we're going to have a bunch of replays to go through. But there's your finish there. LMP1, number 37, Ben Borman will take it. Alex Sovanek second. Bob Merlino, after all that damage, came back and finished third. Then we got LMP2, Taylor Lane at number 32. Number 333, LMP2 of Augusto Arias. And then the number 99 of Rick Hyde. top 3 at LMP2, and then GTLM is Mark Viette, number 78 in first place. Number 73, Ryan Berdara in the number 73 Rookie Monsters machine, and the number 972 of T2G Takumi in that Corvette in the top 3 in GTLM. So Ben Borman's going to do a little victory lap here around the track for you. I don't know if I actually captured that on screen there. It looked like the thing with the web console went down here for a sec, so whoever was on there at the time hopefully got the last little bit for you. So Ben Borman, first place, is going to do his little victory lap around. And Rookie Monsters, number 337 of Ben Borman. After coming in, I think they came in second or third at the last race we had there at the 12 Hours of Sebring. Has a good performance here. Actually, an excellent performance here. Sat on the pole. Probably led the most laps as well. And ends up first place in that Audi. So, next race under the belt here in the WEC R-Factor 2 Endurance Series. Here we're running Sprint Series here at Long Beach. Is all finished with. Ben Borman, your winner in LMP1 class. Taylor Lane, number 32 in LMP2 class. And Mark Viette in GTLM class, number 78. Your 3 podium winners in all 3 classes. And it was a great race. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Better than I thought it would be. I'm Rock Rancy, Brett Gray, Robert Strachan, and Isaac Barkley. Yeah, we're going to be signing off here from Long Beach. I hope you enjoyed this telecast and be back with us in a couple of weeks' time, I think it is, for the 2.4 hours of Mid-Ohio. Should be a good one here at the WEC RFactor2.com. Thanks to Gary Cross at Gary Cross Personal Computers, Racing Simplified by Aaron, the WEC and Racing 51 Racing Team for all their sponsorships here at the WEC, and see you next week.